Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Super War Z2. There's one issue with this episode is that when I recorded it, none of the sound recorded, so what you're just basically hearing my commentary. There is a faint music going on in the background, but it's very faint. I might change it up during editing, I might not. But it's there if you really, try to hear it. But, meh. The stage is actually, I was actually surprised on the length of the stage. It was incredibly short. And, I don't know what happens after 3 turns. Well, to get the SR point in the stage, you need to defeat all enemies within 3 turns. And I don't know what happens if you don't. Because, one of the main enemies of this particular game, I forget his name, Gaio, I think his name may have been, I forget, but he appears on the stage and tells you that you only have like 3 minutes to destroy all these enemies, but I don't know what happens if you don't defeat them in 3 minutes. Reinforcements don't appear for these guys, but they do have a lot of HP, so use your spirits when needed. Essentially, what I mean by that is that if you have a spirit such as Valor or Soul, use it. I'd say only keep it on hold for your more upgraded units. Your lower leveled units should just use it immediately, pretty much. And you shouldn't use other spirits besides Soul or Valor, unless your unit, like, what I mean by that is that if your unit can use Valor or Soul more than once, then don't waste your spirit on using other, spirit commands. Unless you really have the SP to spare. But yeah, if you do what I do in this fight, or in this stage I should say, then you should be fine for the most part. As I have a lot of units. My units are decently upgraded at this point. And well, as of this point, we actually only have 2 more stages with SR point requirements. The last stage in the game does not have an SR point available, so we only need 2 more SR points to be to have a 100% to finish my 100% SR point run. I won't say 100% run because well, it's not 100%. I didn't get all the secrets. I got all of the secrets I cared about, which were extra/hidden units. Or, in the case of Alto, that'd be an upgrade. In regards to the songs in the background, they were just songs I had in my music folder for videos. Most of them from BX. There's one that lasts like 7 minutes, so I was too lazy to, break that up, and I just left it in there. So, but it doesn't even matter though. Yeah, I had a lot of issues trying to record this particular episode because it wouldn't appear on my screen, so there was a lot of issues with that. So it was kind of weird. Like, what was happening is that it wasn't recording properly, and like the video file would get corrupted every time, so I changed it to a different format, and the audio didn't record, so I changed it back to its original format, which was giving me corrupted video files, and it just started working again. So that was weird. And the other thing that was weird was that, like, I connected my PSP to my computer and it wouldn't appear on the screen, and so I had to disable one of the plugins, Remote Joy Light plugins. It was the Pops plugin, and that seemed to fix my issue. I don't know why that just suddenly stopped working for my PSP or whatever, but I disabled that particular version of the Remote Joy plugin, and it worked. So what I'm very hesitant about is saving with the recording software turned on. I used to not care about that, but since I've recently had issues where that's kind of a problem. So what I do is that I just disconnect my PSP whenever I need to save. But Yeah, this all these enemies here is pretty much all there is to it to the stage. I suspect that if you take too long, reinforcements appear. I think that may be the case here. The last two stages are fairly straightforward in terms of their SR point requirements. I believe they're just defeating enemies within a certain amount of turns. However, the main problem with that is that let's see, the next stage is clear the map by turn for player phase, which won't take too long, probably 20-30 minutes if I skip all the animations like in this stage. And stage 49 would be the longer one, probably, as PowerPoint requirements clear the map by turn 6 player phase. So yeah, if I skip all the animations, that probably will take 40 minutes. Yeah, for the rest of the game, like in the last few episodes, I've been skipping most of the animations, but what I've been doing is I've been showing like the animations for the final boss or whatever of that stage. And I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. Maybe I'll show the boss's animation once, but I'm pretty much just gonna try to speed through the rest of the game just so I can actually get this playthrough done and get the rest of it uploaded. As of right now, I'm recording these episodes as I'm getting them, as I'm getting the stages done. As of right now, I might just record the last 3 episodes in one go, and then commentate over them later. But yeah, I just kind of want to get this game done. I've been putting this on hold for too long. But this stage isn't overly difficult. It's just that if you don't use your SR points, not SR points, your SP points, your spirit points wisely, you probably will end up losing. Well, not getting the SR point. The only thing I was worried about was reinforcements coming, and after I used up all my SR points. But reinforcements don't come if you get the SR point. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure what happens if you don't. So, yeah. I've recorded a bit of the original C. Well, I only really recorded the first stage just to see how well that worked. And it worked pretty alright. If I had the ability to, like, my capture card only accepts HDMI output, so I have to go through some converters to you know, get my PS2 to convert to send out an HDMI signal. Well, it itself doesn't send out an HDMI signal, but you guys know what I mean. And the quality's kind of meh, but you know, for my purposes, I think it's okay, because I was originally gonna record the original Z on an emulator, but that didn't really work out so well, mainly because well, I was having emulation issues. The profile pictures of the units didn't appear properly, and when they did, the animation was weird looking. It's hard to explain. And when I actually did get it to work using a different rendering and what was it called? Front end? I forget what it was called. Plugin. Like, it switched from DirectX 9 to DirectX 11, which worked, but or was the other way? Well, it's one of it does just say that. And what happened then was, while it worked, it wasn't actually I couldn't actually record it without using a screen recorder that I use for like my DS games, but that doesn't really work well with things higher than DS games. So yeah, I don't know why I made that weird noise, but I think my nose may be getting a bit stuffy, but yeah. So those were the issues I was having with that, which is why I actually needed to get a Japanese PS2 to play my Japanese PS2 games. Yeah, I think from the PS1 era on, most for in terms of consoles, I will probably be playing actual versions of the games. Like the only ones I will emulate will be ones that are have fan translations, or ones that I don't have that older console to play on, because I think I'll have trouble finding like a Japanese like NES cartridge of the Super Wars games. Maybe I can find it pretty easily, but I think that's a bit more of a hassle than I really want to go through. And I don't really have room for older consoles right now, especially if I'm only going to use them for Super Robot Wars games. So I'm probably just going to emulate older Super Robot Wars games, and the Game Boy Advance ones I will emulate, because I don't have a GameCube with the proper way to record those, and I don't even know if that's region locked or not. So yeah. But yeah, for PS1 Super Robot War, no, there's one PS1 Super Robot War games that I will definitely emulate because it has an English translation, and that's Alpha Caden. But besides that, most other Super Robot Wars games I will emulate. Well, I will not emulate for the most part. Oh yeah, there's some good news, guys. In terms of Super Robot Wars, the new Super Robot Wars OG game called the Moon Dwellers, I believe, is having an English version come out. Although it's only in Southeast Asia, I believe. But most games that come out in Southeast Asia have an English option, or at least English subtitles. Mainly because there is an English-speaking audience there, or well, most people that actually do speak English. But the English is kind of meh, but it's English though. So, although I don't know what I'm gonna do to get. I think I can get it on PlayAsia, so. Yeah, that may be a thing when that comes out. I may do a playthrough on it immediately, mainly because it's in English, so it's a little bit less of a barrier there. Whether it's translated well from English to from Japanese to English is another story, but I looked at the trailer and I saw some of the English there, was kind of eh. But hopefully everything is going to be okay. I hope I can get out of the I don't know what you would call it, I guess I want similar to a writer's block. Is this the it's not even a writer's block or anything like this, like that. It's a weird thing that I have during this time of the years where I kind of lose motivation to start recording some stuff. I don't even know why. Just lose my motivation. So maybe around this time every year I'll start taking breaks on video recording. It depends on my mood, I suppose. Well, it's around March where I usually start recording stuff again, so. So I think at this recording, I don't think I've uploaded the previous episode. So I don't think I'll upload these last few episodes until they're all done. So I have, so it isn't just a long gap between episodes. So people who are actually looking forward to these episodes can have them in a decent time span. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they're all going to be uploaded together, so I can get used to that, I suppose. And in terms of recording a backlog, I haven't really gotten that far into doing that. I've recorded a bit of one game, but I just need a game that I really, really enjoy to start this backlog. And that's another problem too. I have a lot of the games on my channel that I've recorded and finished are games that I really wanted to play, and now it's kind of gone. I kind of played all the games that I really wanted to play for the channel. By that I mean games that I had in mind that I wanted to play / record. Right now I don't really have any games that I really want to record, or in mind that I want to record, because I recorded most of them. So I need to think of new games to record. Another thing too, a lot of the games I own are actually RPGs. So you know, those take forever to record, and you know, just it's kind of hard to explain because it's not like I don't enjoy making videos. It's kind of just it's just me demotivating myself when I see the amount of hours it takes to complete a game. But if I really enjoy a game, then I'll complete it in a very short amount of time. And by that I mean I'll complete it like within a week, because I just play the game and any sort of free time I have. That happened with Inazuma 11 3. I finished that game fairly quickly by my standards because I just recorded that game as soon as I could. As soon as I had some free time, I just played the game. And I guess I need to try to get into that kind of mood with some of the games I play. Maybe I should record some Kingdom Hearts games soon. Those were games that I always enjoyed playing through. I don't have Kingdom Hearts 1 or Chain of Memories, I think it is. I think if I do Chain of Memories, I'll probably do the original. That's the game I originally owned. That was the first Kingdom Hearts game that I owned. It was the original Chain of Memories. I still remember that quite fondly. How I saw Mickey Mouse on it, and I told my dad to get it for me, because how could something with Mickey Mouse on it possibly be bad? And he's like, oh, alright, I'll get it for you, and he got it for me. Took me forever to beat it though. I think I got stuck in the third Riku rematch for a while. Cause I was probably trash at the game, to be honest. Yeah, I was kind of lucky there when Jerome missed. Cause I just had enough that the other units were able to finish the rest off. And at this point in the game here, there is a Jigenju all the way up there that I ignored, and maybe some of you might think I'm screwed here, but if you remember, I have the ability to move again after I defeated enemies, so Sesson is able to destroy those two, and Gurren Lagann is able to go all the way up and finish those guys up there, that one guy up there. So it's all good in the hood, whatever that means. So yeah, the stage. Yeah, I don't know much to say about this. It's one of the shorter stages of this game. I was kind of surprised that this was actually a stage this late in the game, but meh. So yeah, with a minute left on the recording here, it's one of the more shorter episodes of the series. So I'll see you guys again next time, whenever that is. Bye.